Okay, this episode went by so fast for me. Like, I pressed the play button and literally, like, before I knew it, it was already over. The 23 minutes were over. I was like, what? I need more. But you know what? That did not mean that the episode was bad, because it straight up was just awesome. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Ali here. Welcome to my Shokugeki no Soma Food Wars, the second plate episode 12 review, The Magician once more. And when I hear that, The Magician, in the title, I got some chills in my arms, because you know who they're talking about. Mr. Shinomiya Kojiro. Oh my, he is back. He is back. In this episode, it was just all Soma just developing and just growing as a chef. So much info being thrown at him and him just taking it like a boss, taking it with stride and everything. And the beginning of the episode, it turns out that Mr. Shinomiya, he is opening a restaurant in Tokyo. Shino's Tokyo, how he made Shino's Paris. I believe that's his other restaurant. He went to France and he opened up a restaurant over there. So now he wants to open up a restaurant in Japan. So the Academy is talking to him saying, like, since you're opening a restaurant, you need more staff and stuff. And he's like, I'm thinking about opening this restaurant right now. I'm barely getting any sleep as it is. And they're like, don't worry. And he's like, if I don't have an autumn election finalist, then I don't want any. And then you hear the knock, and it's Soma. And when he opens the door, and Soma's like, yo, what's up, like, glad to be here. And then you see Shinomiya's grin. I got chills again. I don't know why, I just got chills. And something else that, like, gave me chills for some reason, I don't know, but when Mr. Shinomiya, he tells Soma, he calls Soma, Monsieur Yukihira, I was like, I don't know why, but I liked it when he like put Monsieur with Soma's name. It just sounds so cool. And so basically his restaurant is not even up and running yet, like with the construction, like cleaning up and everything and painting and all that stuff. And we get to see new characters. Gao Wei, who's a service manager, the girl with the black hair. She looks really cool. I really like her character design and everything. And I believe her name's Lucy Hugo, who's the chief blucher. I don't know what blucher is, but I'll probably look that up or something. And then you got Abel Blondine, who was a sous chef in the restaurant in France, but now he's the head chef of Shino's Tokyo. And it was just hilarious how Abel is just like jealous of Soma, because Soma is just talking to Mr. Chef Shinomiya like he knows him and everything, and he's just getting all jealous. That was like hilarious stuff. And also, there's this part when Soma is on the ladder and he's putting up the light bulb and stuff, saying like, why did you decide to open up a restaurant in Japan, to Shinomiya? And Shinomiya's like, why did you say it was lucky that you got me as a head chef? It would have been easier if you got it from like some nice little home restaurant kind of thing. Soma's saying like, I'm happy that I got to choose you because I need to develop more. I need to know who I am like as a chef, because Soma does not know who he is as a chef yet. And I'm just like, everything about it was so cool, because Soma's just saying, I need one step at a time. I need to move forward. And I can't stay like this forever. Shinomiya is like, you better be prepared, because by the end of the week, if you're able to stay like till the end of the week, then you will find your specialty. You'll be one step closer to your specialty. And also, there was like this one particular scene that I really loved, was when after Soma and the staff and stuff, when they finished like cleaning, putting things around, constructing like the inside of the restaurant, they went on a lunch break. And Shinomiya, he made a quiche for them. He made lunch for them. They're all freaking out and stuff, and they all think it's like amazing. It's like delicious and stuff. They tried his quiche. They were like, their minds were blown and stuff. The girls turned into like magical girls or some real weird, real funny stuff. But they all tasted, thought it was amazing. And Shinomiya, he tasted his own quiche, and he says, "Oh man," he's like, "Damn, I still got a ways to go." And that just showcases that, like, no matter how much experience you have, no matter how much knowledge you get, no matter like, doesn't matter how old you get, you always keep learning. You always gain more knowledge. You just keep gaining like more like experience and everything. And when he said that, it sounded like very humbling, like from like how he said it and everything. And Soma's like, wow, somebody who makes this something like this amazing still thinks like he's not good enough and stuff like that. And that's what is just awesome and the epitome of what a chef actually should be. Come time for pre-open of the restaurant, it's like 5 days pre-open, and then the 6th day is like a grand opening. Pre-opening nights are basically just people that you know and stuff that go into the restaurant, order stuff up, and throughout the week you change items and stuff, like menu items and things like that, depending on what the customers say and stuff. Basically just trial and error until the grand opening. And Soma is just like, he's ready to go and stuff. He turns around and everybody's quiet. All their cooking is completely quiet. Soma and all of them, like, what's her name? I think Lucy Hugo, she's praying. Abel is just like ready. He's like all quiet. And then Galway, she's just like taking small breaths, like big breaths and stuff. And Soma's just like, wait, what is going on? Like, there's so much tension in the kitchen. It was just such a good episode because he's just like, I've never had this experience or anything, because once Shinomiya is like, the first customer's here, guys, hurry up. They're all rushing, getting stuff done so fast. Soma doesn't know what to do. Like, he's blanking. It's like the first time I've seen him ever blank. Like, his eyes and his face is just like, he's just stunned. And he's just like, it was just crazy in the kitchen. Everybody's multitasking on 2 to 3 tables that are outside with customers and stuff. And Soma's like, oh my gosh, like there's 2 or 3 more steps in a dish that it wouldn't take that much for a diner dish. And he's just like, he's kind of freaking out. And it's just like, it's so cool to actually see him like feel like that and look like that. And all of a sudden he's actually starting to fall behind. Like, in the beginning he thinks that like it's gonna be alright, and then all of a sudden he's like falling behind again on everybody. And he makes Blondine, the head chef, take over Soma's spot. And he's just saying, like, telling Soma's like, useless, we don't need a guy like you. You're not part of the team yet, and don't get comfortable yet or anything, because you're slowing us down and everything. And he thinks that Soma is gonna like cry or something, and Soma's just like, right away, chef. Everybody's shocked and stuff. But you see Shinomiya on the side, he's smiling, because he's like, that is the snot-nosed brat that challenged me, had the balls to challenge me at the cooking camp. And it's just like the coolest thing to see him smiling, because he's like becoming a mentor for him in this episode. While all this is happening with Soma, I think one of my favorite parts of the episode was when it goes to like where everybody else is in the second stage of the stagiaire, with everybody going into different businesses, corporations that involve like the food industry and stuff. And you see Megumi, she looks like she's like freaking out or something. Is she gonna fail? Like, I'm scared for Megumi. Her face looks like she's pale and she's seen a ghost and stuff. And my favorite part is just seeing everybody in their own different places. Like, you get to see all the Polar Star Academy, Polar Star, like the dormitory, like Soma and all of his friends in different kitchens and stuff, and just learning, like, experience, and like gaining knowledge about this whole industry, which it was my favorite part of the episode. So then it goes back to where Soma was and stuff. It's the end of the day, everybody's leaving, and I love it how Shinomiya is just antagonizing Soma, saying like, if what you did today was like your best or something, it'd be better if you just left. Like, just trying to instigate him to just leave. And I love that about him, because he kind of reminds me of, I don't know if a lot of you watch Dragon Ball or anything, like DBZ and stuff, but that's what Vegeta does to, like, Trunks. He doesn't give him any advice. He doesn't give any advice to people that, like, he trains and stuff. And he makes it look like he's not training them, but he kind of is making them learn, like, on their own and everything. And that's exactly what Shinomiya is doing to Soma, making Soma learn on his own, figuring out like his own way to do things, his own unique way to do things, specialties and stuff, learning like the new techniques that he's learned. That's what like all of his staff was questioning him, like, why didn't you give him advice? Because he needs to learn these things on his own. Shinomiya says to him, if you do not change, you will not be here the last day. And so the next morning, Soma just like blew everybody's mind with getting everything ready. It was just it was just an awesome thing, awesome sight to see. After 2 or 3 days, he gets everything on point and everything, and he shocks Abel so much. He shocks some of the other people so much, because I think after like every morning when the staff comes in, he asks them questions. He started asking them questions like on the second day, to figure out like how to do things better and stuff, and he just wants this knowledge, and it's just so cool. And by I think the 3rd or 4th day, he is just on point, like with everything. He's basically caught up with everybody. He's getting things done before they even know it and stuff. He's on a roll. He's on a roll. And there was a point where Abel actually made like a quick like misstep. He was a little behind Soma, and it was just like, he's such a fast learner. It's just awesome to watch. And also during the first night, Soma is just contemplating on everything that he's learned from like the first season and stuff, and all these things. And he's like, he looks like he's realizing, he's like, I need to learn so much more. And it's just like such a cool thing to see him learning all this stuff. And I just love him as like a main character. I think like what sets him apart from other shonen main characters and stuff is that he constantly loses, but he constantly develops himself, works on himself, and makes himself better. Constantly he's learning knowledge and craft about like everything culinary, and that's what just makes him, in my opinion, that's what makes him stand out more than like any other shonen main character. I'm saying it right now. And I thought one of the coolest parts of the episode was like the second day when they come in and Soma's sitting there, going to ask them like questions and stuff on like how to cook things and everything. Abel's just yelling at him, saying like you gotta like learn these things, and we gotta prep and we gotta clean and stuff. And then Lucy's just like, Abel, look. And Soma got every single thing prepped, everything cleaned for them. So that was just a cool thing to see them so shocked from that. And it's just awesome to see him like he's smiling so much even after them saying like he's useless, don't come here anymore. It's just like what he's thinking. He's just having. He can't feel sorry. What he said, he doesn't have time to feel sorry for himself because he's having too much fun learning new things. He's learning new techniques. His horizons are just getting even wider and wider. It's just like, it's the best thing to watch. And just every single night he is just working on his ingredients and stuff, working on things he needs to improve on. And then in the morning he's just asking them all questions, and you see Shinomiya like on the side, like in the shadows, watching him develop himself and everything. And it was just such a good episode. I love how Soma, like every time they say you're not good, you're helpless, get out of the kitchen and stuff, literally that goes out in one ear and out the other, and he just constantly develops himself no matter what happens to him in the kitchen and everything. And it's such a cool episode. I love the whole development that he has. And I think on the 5th day, he wants to talk about the menu competition and stuff. And it turns out like those nights, I think he was learning how to like make his own dish for that menu item. That's what like the first thing that he was thinking of when he actually arrived at that restaurant. And I believe that's how the episode ends. It was just such an awesome thing to see Soma developing himself, learning these techniques, julienning like the carrots and just julienning ingredients and stuff, and just learning different knife techniques from Lucy, and her just being so nice to answering his questions and stuff. Everybody's just so surprised how fast he learned and everything, and it was just awesome. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Loved Soma's development. It was amazing. Everything about this episode was just great in my opinion. I am excited for next week when I see Soma. I think his mark is going to be a dish on the menu of Shino's Tokyo. It's gonna be awesome. It's the finale. I'm a little bummed. I gotta get this shit on DVD and everything. I love this. This is reinventing my whole love for cooking and everything. It was good. I loved it. Again, 10 out of 10. fantastic episode. So like the video if you did, comment down below on your thoughts of the episode, comment down below on your thoughts of what I said. If you agree with anything I said, like the video. If you agreed with anything I said, like the video if you liked the episode, and subscribe to my channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies stay sassy, but most importantly everybody gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see you all later with the next Food Wars, the second plate video. Peace and love.